Let's talk about what the supply curve is and where does it come from. The supply curve, the height of a supply curve represents the minimum price that a producer will accept for the corresponding unit. This minimum price that a producer will accept is called the willingness to sell. Let's use an example. I have drawn a hypothetical supply curve. Let's say the good here that I'm producing is pizzas. The height of the supply curve that I have drawn at 1 unit of pizza is $1. 2 units of pizza is $2, 3 and 4. According to the first sentence on the slide, the minimum price that I will accept, or my willingness to sell, for the first pizza is $1. That is, I need someone to pay me at least $1 for the first pizza so that I agree to sell it. The minimum price that I need for the second pizza is $2, 3 and 4. What determines this minimum price? So what is behind the willingness to sell? And what we say is cost of production determines this minimum price. In particular, the minimum price that you need as a producer is the additional cost. So marginal cost is the additional cost. The minimum price that you need as a seller is the additional cost that you incurred to produce the good. Remember that cost in economics includes everything that you sacrificed to produce something. So marginal cost or additional cost is referring to the additional opportunity cost. So if this is the supply curve, what I'm saying is my additional cost, the cost that I incurred to produce the first unit of pizza is $1. The additional cost of producing the second pizza is $2. The additional cost of producing the third pizza is $4, and so on. You should notice that, just look at this column here, the marginal cost column here. You should notice that what I have assumed is marginal cost of producing pizzas is increasing as I produce more and more pizzas. This is called the principle of increasing marginal cost. This is something that we'll explore in greater detail when we talk about cost of production. But for now, it is sufficient to notice that there is such a principle called the principle of increasing marginal cost. And because the supply curve represents the marginal cost of production, supply curve is upward sloping. Suppose the price of a pizza is $3. We can define something called the producer surplus as the difference between the actual price and the willingness to sell. So for example, for the first unit of pizza, my willingness to sell that pizza, that unit of pizza, is $1, and I'm going to get a price of $3. This is price equals $3. So for price equals $3, my producer surplus is going to be 3 minus 1, 2. If I get that price for the second unit, my producer surplus is going to be 3 minus 2. And for the third pizza, I'm going to get a producer surplus of 0. So graphically on this graph, this is my producer surplus from the first unit, second unit, and for the third unit it's 0. I'm not going to sell the fourth pizza because the minimum price that I need, which is 4, is greater than the actual price that I need, which actual price that I get, which is 3. So I won't sell that pizza, and as a result, I don't get any surplus. Now, again, just like we did for the demand curve, we will simplify things and approximate the producer surplus as the area above an upward sloping straight supply curve and the price line. And as a result, the producer surplus is going to be a triangle, or the area of a triangle. And remember, we need to understand why this is called the producer surplus. And the way to back this out is by explaining that the supply curve is the willingness to sell curve, or the marginal cost curve of the producer.